The Paul Leslie Hour, helping people tell their stories. And now, your host, Paul Leslie.
Hey, it's me. You're tuned in to another episode of the Paul Leslie Hour. This is episode 20, and I'm very pleased to be welcoming this woman. If you haven't heard of her yet, you're going to be. She's a singer, songwriter, recording artist. I would say she fits in the best in the country genre. So it's a great pleasure to welcome Jillian Cardarelli. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Jillian Cardarelli?
It's a loaded question. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, and I moved to Nashville about 4 years ago and have been pursuing a country music career ever since. I finished up at Belmont University down here in 2015, so it's kind of been my journey coming to Nashville.
And where do you call home? Where would you say is your home, your true home?
Boston will always be my home, but I will say that Nashville has a kind of feeling of home now. Like ever since I even stepped off the plane, this town and the community just has such a sense of home. But so Boston and Nashville, but always Boston will be the original place that has my heart.
What was it like when you came to Nashville? What did you think of it?
I loved it. The country music community is just so welcoming, and everyone here is so friendly. It's really refreshing. It's really grown a lot, too, since I've been here, too. A lot of people are moving here, and the city just has such an amazing buzz about it and just an energy that I haven't really found anywhere else. It's a pretty special place to be.
Why country music?
For me, country music, it's the stories and the lyrics. I'm a big lyrics person. My grandfather was stationed in the military in Georgia, where he fell in love with country music, and so that's kind of all I grew up listening to, because he passed it on to my dad, and I grew up listening to, George Strait and all the old school country singers, and that's really what I fell in love with.
So George Strait, you mentioned. Tell us about some of the other artists that you have the most respect for.
I love George Strait, Johnny Cash. Elvis Presley is probably my all-time favorite artist. Like, there's videos of me, I think, on YouTube singing Elvis songs, and he probably was my favorite because he's so iconic. His stage presence, his voice, everything about him. So he's probably the one person that when I was really, really little that I just looked up to, and he just totally captured me.
One of the songs that I first heard of yours was Rerun.
Yes. That was actually written by Grammy winner Maren Morris, Jordan Reynolds, and Tina Perrell. And again, with the lyrics, that's what grabbed me with that song, was the story that it told, and it immediately hooked me from the beginning.
Who do you admire? Who are your role models?
My mom is my role model, best friend. She is truly like the most loving, selfless person that I know, and she's just helped me so much with my career and just been so supportive, and my dad as well. But my mom is just such a strong woman, and she's my biggest role model. I hope to be like half the mom that she is one day. She's amazing.
What is it about your mom that you respect the most?
She always has an answer for everything. Like any issue I'll ever have, I'll go to her, and she just knows exactly what to say and how to handle it. She's just so amazing. She's a strong woman, just kind of like the glue of the family. She really is. She's an amazing, amazing woman.
Listening to the songs that you've recorded and you talking about Elvis Presley, it makes me wonder, do you consider yourself an old soul?
Oh, 100%. I'm definitely a hopeless romantic, or as I like to call it, a hopeful romantic. And I think you can hear that come across in my music as well.
Another song that I heard of yours that I enjoyed was Souvenirs.
Yes, that's my latest release that came out last month.
What do you like about that song?
I love the swampy, kind of gritty feel to the production of it, and it just showcases a different side of me as an artist, so I was really excited to share that with everybody.
You said that you were a hopeful romantic?
Yes, definitely hopeful.
Do you believe in fate?
I do. I really, as corny as it sounds, I really believe everything happens for a reason, and people come into your life for a reason, a season or a lifetime. I think that, there's a greater plan that for us all, and everything always falls into place just the way it should.
It was just a while ago, I was talking to a guy, and he is compiling a book of stories about precious objects. And your song, Souvenirs, it makes me wonder, do you have a favorite souvenir?
I have a few souvenirs. I'm one of those people that likes to collect different mugs from places that I've been. So everywhere I travel, I try to get a cool, coffee mug. So that's kind of my thing when I travel. But I'm a big souvenirs person. I can get lost in a souvenir shop pretty easily.
Well, a lot of people, they see the glamorous side of the entertainment business and music, but it's not an easy road. What would you say is the biggest challenge that you face?
Being a female in a predominantly male-dominated industry it's a pretty big challenge, but I'm so thankful for artists like Kelsey Ballerini and Carly Pearce who have recently paved the way for artists like me with their success at country radio. So I think, everything's kind of swinging and females are getting their chance to shine, and I love that. So I think it's tough to break in as a female, but I think that things are hopeful.
Who would you say is the female country artist who is pretty much steering the ship these days?
I would say Kelsey Ballerini. I think her sophomore album is awesome. She just knows exactly what she wants to say and how to say it, and she does it so well. So I'm a big fan of hers, and also Carly Pearce, who just got the #1 song on country radio yesterday. I'm such a huge fan of hers, her voice, her songwriting. She's just a rock star. So those two girls, I think, are the two girls that are really steering the ship.
Have you met either of them?
I have met Carly, yes. I've not met Kelsey, but Carly and I actually got to sit down for coffee about a year and a half ago, and she's just so down to earth and so sweet, and I'm just so happy for all the success that she's had.
You've received a lot of acclaim from Rolling Stone.
Yes.
The great songwriter Carl Jackson. What has been the biggest compliment that you've received?
I recently had a meeting with a few industry executives, and they compared me to Leanne Womack, and to me that was a huge compliment because I'm such a fan of hers. Her voice is amazing, and they kind of compared my sound to like that pure sound, if that makes sense. So that was probably one of the best compliments that I have received, just because I'm such a big fan of Leanne and everything that she does.
You're somebody who is really living your dreams, making records, performing. But what would be a dream come true for you that hasn't come true yet?
Playing the Grand Ole Opry. That is just #1 on my bucket list right now. And then from there, going on an arena tour eventually. I think that's kind of the long scheme, big scheme picture. But definitely the Grand Ole Opry. That would be just a pinch me moment. And I'd be good right then and there. I'd be like, okay, I'm good. I've accomplished everything I wanted to.
What do you picture that being like, that moment when you get to step out on the stage at the Opry?
Just surreal, and I know it'll probably go by very fast, and I'm probably going to be like, wait, it's already over? But I just kind of that pinch me moment, because I've seen so many shows at the Grand Ole Opry and envisioned myself up there on that stage one day. So that moment will definitely be like, is this really happening? Like, just a whirlwind. So I'm excited for it to happen. I'm putting it out there. It's going to happen one day.
I was talking to this singer-songwriter, recording artist in Nashville, a guy named Tall Paul, and he was saying that he sees these young guys or girls, and they come on the bus, and they have their guitar case, and people are coming to Music City and New York, L.A., to pursue a dream. What would you say to someone who's trying to pursue a similar dream?
Never give up. And just that's like my main thing. Just never give up, because you never know how close you are to your goal. And even if all the odds are stacked against you, there is a way. If you stick it out and you work hard, it will pay off. So I think it's kind of taking every opportunity you can to sing and perform and write and really just grind it out and work hard. That's, I think, what it's all about, truly.
What is the best thing about being Jillian Cardarelli?
Oh, God. Probably having such wonderful and supportive parents. They have truly supported me in my dream 110% since I was a little girl, and, you know, helped me move to Nashville and come to all my shows. And they're just so great. And having that support system is just something you can't, you know, put a price tag on. It's the most important thing in my book. So
if anyone wants more information, they can go on your website. It's JillianCardarelli.com. I'm going to spell that.
Yeah.
It's CARDARELLI, and it's Jillian Cardarelli on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So for all those people out there that follow you, wherever they are, what would you say to anyone who's listening in?
I would like to say thank you for all the support and following my journey through this, you know, crazy music dream. And you can't do it without fans and people that support you. So I'm truly thankful and appreciative to everybody, every single one of you followers out there.
Well, Jillian, thanks so much for spending time with us.
Thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
If you want to check out Jillian Cardarelli's music, she's on iTunes and Spotify, and also keep your eyes peeled for that forthcoming album of hers. If you haven't liked us on Facebook, you might want to do that. We're on Facebook.com/ThePaulLeslie, and right now we're doing a contest, which is free to enter. We're giving away copies of the 2017 album by Jimmy Buffett. It's actually a collection of old recordings made in Mobile, Alabama back in 1969. Buried Treasure. It's free to enter. I have a limited number of copies, but I invite you to do so. You can subscribe to the Paul Leslie Hour. We're on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Acast, Castbox, and Player FM. To call into our listener line, it's 912-376-9529. I welcome any questions or comments. If I like what you have to say, I may play it back on the show. You're going to want to stay tuned for the next episode of the Paul Leslie Hour, episode number 21. The special guest is a legend in music, Charlie Daniels. That's right, Charlie Daniels of the Charlie Daniels Band. Very exciting. Well, thanks for joining us. That's all I've got. Until next time.
The Paul Leslie Hour is hosted, produced, and written by Paul Leslie for Lifestyles Entertainment. For information, visit thepaulleslie.com. Thank you for being with us. Until next time.